Every day we are greeted by a sea of faces, each one a living narrative that could fill entire volumes. Yet, despite our physical proximity, truly understanding those around us often remains an elusive endeavor. Imagine if I told you that beneath the myriad expressions lies a common thread, a Stoic wisdom that is as timeless as it is profound. Today, we delve deeply into the minds and hearts of those we encounter, not merely to observe, but to genuinely comprehend. We are about to explore 10 essential truths about people, truths that Stoicism reveals are not weaknesses but profound strengths. These insights offer not just knowledge, but the transformative power to reshape our interactions, confront challenges, and build meaningful connections. Join me on this journey to unravel the mysteries of human nature and discover how the ancient philosophy of Stoicism continues to illuminate our path in the modern world. If you find these unique insights valuable and wish to support the channel, a simple yet impactful favor you can do is to hit the subscribe button. Additionally, don't skip any part of this video. Consider yourself exceptional and ready to embrace a perspective that can genuinely transform your understanding of life. Number 1. Everyone is shaped by their experiences. Each of us is like a book, with every chapter written by the experiences we have endured and witnessed. It's truly fascinating when you think about how every interaction and every moment of our lives layer upon the last to shape who we are today. Stoicism teaches us that it is not these experiences themselves that define us, but rather our reactions to them. This ancient philosophy encourages us to view life as a forge for our character, where each challenge, each joy, and every setback molds us more firmly. Consider someone who has faced great adversity. They might approach the world with a mix of caution and resilience, not because they are naturally distrustful or strong, but because their experiences have shown them both the fragility and robustness of human nature. Conversely, someone who has grown up in a more sheltered environment might navigate life with a bold sense of optimism. Each perspective is not merely a personal trait, but a reflection of the journey they have walked. Understanding this can be transformative in our interactions with others. When someone reacts in a way that puzzles us, perhaps being overly cautious or unusually aggressive, it helps to consider the unseen forces shaping that behavior. As the Stoics suggest, by focusing on the present and controlling our reactions rather than being led by them, we can foster more meaningful interactions. We start to respond not just to the surface emotions of others, but to the deeper currents that drive them. This approach enriches our understanding and enhances our empathy, allowing us to navigate complex social landscapes with grace and wisdom. It fosters a kind of emotional intelligence deeply rooted in both Stoic philosophy and modern psychological thought, a blend of ancient wisdom and contemporary insight that empowers us to lead more fulfilling lives. If you appreciate these unique insights and want to support the channel, I kindly ask you to hit the subscribe button. Also, don't skip any part of this video. Consider yourself part of an exceptional minority ready to embrace a perspective that can genuinely reshape your understanding of life. Number 2. Diverse communication styles. Communication, much like the urban flow of a river, varies greatly from person to person. Some individuals are like rushing waters, direct and forceful in their expression, while others resemble a gentle stream, subtle and nuanced in their approach. This diversity in communication styles can be a rich tapestry that enhances our interactions, but can also be a source of confusion and misunderstanding if not navigated wisely. Stoicism teaches us the value of understanding and adapting to these varied styles. The Stoics believed that the key to effective interaction lies in our ability to listen and respond appropriately, not just in the words we choose to use. For example, someone who communicates directly values transparency and may perceive indirectness as evasive or insincere. Conversely, those who prefer a more subtle approach might find direct communication brash or overwhelming. By recognizing these differences, we can tailor our approach to better align with the person we are speaking to. This is not just about altering our style to mimic theirs, but about creating a bridge of understanding that allows for clearer and more effective exchanges. It's about acknowledging that behind every communication style is a set of beliefs, experiences, and cultural backgrounds that shape how a person presents their thoughts and feelings. Embracing this Stoic approach doesn't mean suppressing our natural style. Rather, it encourages us to be more mindful and intentional in our interactions. It teaches us that the goal of communication is not to win an argument or impress, but to connect and understand. By fostering this understanding, we not only prevent misunderstandings but also enrich our relationships, making our social interactions smoother and more meaningful. Next time you find yourself puzzled by someone's indirect hints or taken aback by their blunt honesty, remember the wisdom of Stoicism. Consider not just what is being communicated, but how and why the person is communicating in that way. This deeper insight can transform simple conversations into opportunities for connection and growth, reflecting the true art of communication as envisioned by the Stoics. Number 3. Varied responses to stress. Stress affects everyone differently. Some of us react to stress like a storm, loud and intense, while others may respond more like a drizzle, withdrawing quietly and introspectively. These varied responses to stress are not random reactions, but are deeply ingrained in our personalities, experiences, and even our biology. Stoicism offers profound insights into managing stress. The Stoics remind us that while we cannot always control what happens to us, we can control how we respond. This teaching is crucial when we consider the spectrum of stress responses. For someone who becomes confrontational under stress, the Stoic practice of reflection and restraint can serve as a guide to temper their reactions. Similarly, for those who withdraw, Stoicism encourages a mindful assessment of their internal state and a proactive approach to addressing their concerns, rather than retreating passively. By recognizing these patterns in ourselves and others, we can foster a more supportive environment, especially in stressful situations. This involves not only managing our own responses, but also helping others handle their stress more effectively. For instance, if you know a colleague tends to become defensive under pressure, you can choose a more empathetic and calm approach when discussing high-stakes projects. Conversely, if someone retreats into their shell, giving them space initially but then offering a listening ear can be more beneficial than forcing a quick resolution. Understanding these varied responses deepens our emotional intelligence, equipping us with the tools to navigate complex interpersonal dynamics. This is not about changing who people are, but about understanding them better so we can work together more harmoniously. Stoicism teaches us that resilience in the face of stress isn't about suppressing our reactions, but about adapting and learning from them. Embracing these lessons, we not only improve our interactions but also cultivate a Stoic calm in our communities, whether in personal relationships, workplaces, or broader social settings. It's about turning the challenge of stress into an opportunity for growth and connection, aligning with the Stoic ideals of wisdom and virtue in every aspect of life. Number 4. Inherent judgment. The ability to judge situations swiftly has deep historical roots in survival. Early humans needed to quickly evaluate their surroundings for potential threats. However, in today's intricate social landscape, these rapid judgments often lead to misunderstandings and conflicts because they frequently rely on incomplete information. Stoicism teaches us the importance of suspending immediate judgments. The Stoics believe that wise individuals strive to perceive things as they truly are, without letting impressions or assumptions cloud their judgment. They encourage us to question our initial reactions and to consider whether they are based on fact or bias. This reflective practice aligns with the Stoic ideal of cultivating virtue through understanding and self-control. By taking a step back before forming judgments, we provide ourselves with the opportunity to gather more information and gain a deeper understanding of the situation and the people involved. This approach can help prevent the kind of snap judgments that lead to stereotypes or unfair assessments of others' actions. For instance, if a colleague misses a deadline, our initial reaction might be to think they are lazy or unprofessional. However, if we pause and consider other possible explanations, perhaps they were dealing with a personal crisis, we might respond with more empathy and offer support instead of criticism. Practicing this Stoic approach to judgment not only helps in avoiding misunderstandings, but also fosters more genuine and compassionate relationships. It encourages us to interact with others based on a more complete picture of their circumstances and character, which is essential for building trust and mutual respect. Embracing this mindful approach to judgment can transform our interactions and lead to a more understanding and tolerant society. It reflects the Stoic commitment to live according to reason and virtue, improving not only our own lives but also positively influencing those around us. By learning to suspend our immediate judgments and allowing ourselves the space to gather all relevant information, we align with the Stoic pursuit of wisdom and virtue. This practice can help us develop a more balanced and fair perspective, leading to healthier relationships and a more harmonious social environment. In essence, it is about striving to see the world and the people in it as they truly are, free from the distortions of haste and prejudice. Through understanding and self-control, we can cultivate a habit of reflective judgment that serves not just our own personal growth, but also the well-being of our communities. In today's fast-paced world, where snap judgments are often the norm, adopting a Stoic approach to judgment can be a powerful tool for fostering empathy, compassion, and mutual respect. Number 5. Universal insecurities. In the expansive realm of human interactions, one truth stands out as particularly poignant. Despite outward displays of confidence, insecurities simmer beneath the surface for everyone. This universal vulnerability is not a flaw but a facet of the human condition that connects us in our shared experience of life. Stoicism offers valuable insights into how we might better navigate these often unspoken insecurities. Stoicism teaches us that our responses to our insecurities can either empower or hinder us. By acknowledging our insecurities and examining them through a lens of objectivity and compassion, we can manage them effectively. This practice not only helps us understand ourselves better, but also fosters a deeper empathy for others. It reminds us that everyone, regardless of status or stature, grapples with their own doubts and fears. Understanding that insecurities are a universal human experience can transform the way we interact with others. Instead of judging or competing, we can approach interactions with kindness and a spirit of support, helping to lift each other up rather than capitalizing on perceived weaknesses. For instance, when a colleague hesitates to share their ideas in a meeting, recognize the potential insecurity behind their hesitation encourages us to invite their input and affirm its value, thereby strengthening the collaborative spirit. Moreover, this Stoic approach to dealing with our own and others' insecurities can lead to more authentic relationships. By openly discussing and addressing our insecurities, we can connect on a more genuine level, encouraging a mutual exchange of trust and respect. This does not mean that insecurities will vanish, but rather that they become less of a barrier to meaningful connections. Embracing this approach aligns with the Stoic ideals of virtue and wisdom, promoting not only personal growth, but also contributing to a more empathetic and understanding society. Each interaction then becomes an opportunity to practice these principles, enhancing our lives and the lives of those around us with each thoughtful engagement. By recognizing our shared vulnerabilities, we can create a more supportive and compassionate environment. When we see others through the lens of our own insecurities, we realize that behind every facade of confidence lies a complex array of doubts and fears. This understanding can soften our approach to others, making us more patient, kind, and willing to offer support. For instance, if a friend seems overly critical, instead of reacting defensively, we might consider that their criticism stems from their own insecurities. By responding with empathy rather than anger, we can diffuse tension and foster a more constructive dialogue. Similarly, in our professional lives, acknowledging that a superior's harsh demeanor may be rooted in their own fears of inadequacy can help us respond with compassion rather than resentment. Practicing this Stoic approach requires ongoing effort and self-reflection. We need to consistently remind ourselves to look beyond the surface and consider the hidden struggles that others might be facing. This mindset shift can profoundly impact our relationships, leading to deeper connections and a more harmonious social environment. Number 6. Self-interest in relationships. Navigating relationships can often feel like a complex dance of understanding and adapting to each other's motives and needs. A fundamental truth that can sometimes be hard to accept is that not everyone will always act with your best interests at heart. Stoics teach that while we cannot control the actions or intentions of others, we can control our reactions to them. By recognizing that individuals often act from a place of self-interest, we can better prepare ourselves to respond to situations with reason rather than disappointment or resentment. This understanding allows us to approach relationships with a clear-eyed view, anticipating that people might prioritize their own needs and desires, which is a natural human tendency. Accepting this aspect of human nature doesn't mean becoming cynical or distrusting everyone, but rather involves cultivating a realistic appreciation for the complexities of human motives. It encourages us to foster relationships based on mutual respect and understanding, where expectations are clearly communicated and boundaries are respected. For instance, in a professional setting where team members value different outcomes, one valuing innovation and another valuing tradition, Stoicism teaches us to appreciate these differences as strengths rather than obstacles. By approaching such situations with an understanding that each person brings a unique perspective that can contribute to a more robust solution, we pave the way for more effective collaboration and problem-solving. Moreover, respecting different values isn't just about avoiding conflict, it's about enriching our own lives. When we genuinely engage with people who hold different values, we expose ourselves to new ideas and perspectives, which can lead to personal growth and deeper understanding. This engagement requires us to communicate openly, listen actively, and negotiate fairly, skills that are all enhanced by the Stoic virtues of wisdom and justice. In embracing these practices, we not only make room for more peaceful and productive interactions, but also contribute to a more empathetic and understanding society. By valuing diverse perspectives and negotiating differences with respect and fairness, we embody the Stoic ideal of living harmoniously within the community. Recognizing that the common good is enhanced by the inclusion and consideration of all its members. Understanding that self-interest is a fundamental part of human behavior can help us navigate relationships with greater wisdom and compassion. Number 7, projection of thoughts and feelings. Projection of feelings is a fascinating and often unconscious mechanism of the human psyche. It involves attributing one's own emotions, traits, or impulses to others. This psychological strategy can distort our perception of others' actions and intentions, leading to misunderstandings and conflicts. Stoics recommend deep reflection on our own thoughts and behaviors. This encourages questioning the origins of our judgments or accusations towards others. For instance, if you accuse a colleague of selfishness, consider whether your own fears or past experiences are influencing your perception. This self-examination demands honesty and courage, but is crucial for personal growth and healthier relationships. Understanding projection fosters more authentic and open communications. Recognizing that our criticisms or negative perceptions might reflect our inner conflicts empowers us to address these issues directly rather than projecting them onto others. This shift clarifies interactions and cultivates a supportive, empathetic environment. Instead of blaming, dialogue focused on understanding and resolving underlying issues becomes possible. This Stoic approach to handling insecurities, both our own and others, promotes authentic relationships. By openly discussing and addressing insecurities, we establish genuine connections, fostering mutual trust and respect. This approach aligns with Stoic virtues of virtue and wisdom, fostering personal growth and contributing to a more empathetic society. Each interaction thus becomes an opportunity to practice these principles, enriching our lives and those around us through thoughtful engagement. Number 8, differing values. Values weave through the intricate fabric of human interaction, showcasing our diverse priorities. People emphasize different aspects of life, whether career success, family, personal freedom, or social responsibility. These varying values sometimes lead to conflicts, especially in decisions affecting multiple individuals with differing priorities. Understanding and respecting these differences are crucial for navigating our social world effectively and harmoniously. Stoicism offers a practical approach to managing diversity in values. The philosophy urges us to recognize that while we control our actions and responses, we cannot and should not impose our values on others. This acknowledgement fosters tolerance and patience. Stoics advocate focusing on our own virtues and responsibilities, leading by example rather than coercion. For instance, in workplaces where team members prioritize different outcomes, like innovation versus tradition, Stoicism teaches us to see these differences as strengths, not obstacles. By approaching such situations with an appreciation for each person's unique perspective, we foster more robust solutions through effective collaboration and problem-solving. Respecting diverse values isn't just about conflict avoidance, it enriches our lives. Engaging with those who hold different values exposes us to new ideas and perspectives, promoting personal growth and deeper understanding. This engagement requires open communication, active listening, and fair negotiation, skills enhanced by Stoic virtues of wisdom and justice. Embracing these practices creates room for peaceful, productive interactions and contributes to a more empathetic society. By valuing diverse perspectives and handling differences with respect and fairness, we embody Stoic ideals of harmonious community living. Recognizing that inclusivity and consideration enhance the common good reinforces our commitment to a cohesive society. Number 9. Motivational differences. Just as people hold different values, our motivations vary widely. Some find motivation in security, seeking stability and predictability. Others thrive on recognition and the esteem of their peers. Another group is driven by curiosity, constantly pursuing new knowledge and experiences. Understanding these motivational differences is essential for navigating both personal and professional interactions. Stoicism teaches us to approach each interaction with mindfulness and respect for others' driving forces. By comprehending what motivates others, we can align our actions and communications to suit their motivations, enhancing the effectiveness and harmony of our interactions. For example, knowing a team member is motivated by recognition, you might acknowledge their contributions in team meetings. Conversely, someone driven by security benefits from clear frameworks and steady expectations to perform their best. Those motivated by curiosity thrive with opportunities for learning and exploration. Stoicism not only urges us to accommodate others' motivations, but also prompts reflection on our own. Understanding our motivations aligns them with our values and virtues, crucial for true fulfillment. This alignment enables us to interact more effectively with the world, ensuring our actions respond to our needs and positively contribute to our environment. Through practicing Stoicism, we foster a community that not only recognizes but actively supports diverse motivations. This enhances individual well-being and strengthens collective cohesion, making our social and professional groups more resilient. By embracing and thoughtfully responding to motivational differences, we embody Stoic ideals of wisdom and justice, enriching our relationships and communities. Number 10. The power of empathy and understanding. Exploring the intricacies of human interaction in The Power of Empathy and Understanding, we encounter a subtle yet deeply influential phenomenon known as post-decision rationalization. This occurs when individuals justify their decisions retroactively to fit their self-image or the image they wish to project. Often they revise their reasons after the fact to align more comfortably with personal beliefs or societal expectations. Stoics emphasize self-awareness and authenticity, advocating for decisions guided by truth rather than ego or external approval. Recognizing that people reshape their narratives to protect self-esteem or avoid cognitive dissonance, where beliefs contradict actions, allows us to approach interactions with greater compassion. Understanding post-decision rationalization helps us see beyond the surface, exploring deeper motivations driving behavior. It prompts questions about why someone might justify actions in this way, revealing insights into their values, insecurities, or societal pressures. For instance, if a colleague confidently defends a risky decision afterward, it may reflect a need for acceptance or fear of failure, universal emotions. Awareness of this tendency in ourselves fosters personal growth. Stoicism encourages critical reflection on our decision-making, aligning actions with genuine intentions and ethical values. This introspection, embodying Stoic virtues of wisdom and integrity, not only fosters understanding and patience, but also cultivates authenticity and self-awareness.
Embracing Stoic principles enriches personal lives and enhances relationships, fostering genuine insights in our interactions. Embrace Stoic teachings, as every interaction and challenge is an opportunity for wisdom and connection, enriching our journey toward understanding and fulfillment.